Good morning, ma'am. This is my report about concept of risk management. First, risk management is a field of management focusing on risk reduction and analysis using different methods and techniques of risk prevention that eliminate existing or future factors which may increase risk. So, sinasabi dito na ang risk management daw po ay nakapokus sa pagbabawas at pag-analyze pamamagitan ng iba't ibang paraan at techniques para maiwasan o ma-eliminate yung mga possible na maging risk o yung dadagdag pa sa risk. So the purpose of risk management is to avoid problems and negative phenomena. So ang purpose po niya ay ng risk management para makaiwas sa mga problema. Tapos pag sinabi naman negative phenomena, ito naman yung mga hindi inaasahang pangyayari. Tulad ang magandang example dito sa risk prevention is paglalagay ng mga signage indicate ng mga warning signs sa isang organization or sa isang company. Next is the basic principles of risk management can be summarized in the following statements. Number 1, every human activity brings some risk. Thus, there is no such thing as zero risk. So, sinasabi dito na lahat daw po ng ginagawa ng tao ay may kaakibat na risk. Walang bagay dito sa atin, sa mundo na walang risk. Halimbawa na lang, as an manager sa employee, may responsibility siya na kapag napabayaan, magdudulot ito ng risk, pwedeng malugi ang kumpanya at ang mga tauhan ay hindi ma-function ng maayos sa isang organization. So number 2, the responsibility for risk management in the organization is distributed throughout the management. The highest responsibility is naturally with owners, the executives and top management. So, yung responsibility daw po sa isang organisasyon ay pinakakalat ng management. Ang may responsibilidad po dito ay yung may-ari ng isang organization or kumpanya. At yung mga executives, especially yun yung mga gumagawa ng mga rules and policies, yung nasa top management. So, number 3, in small organization, the responsibility for risk management is concentrated at the level of the executives because it's inefficient to employ a dedicated full-time risk manager. So, sa maliliit naman na organization po, ay nakakonsentrate lang po sila sa pag-execute sa mga executive level. Sila yung kasi hindi nila kaya mag-employ ng mga full-time risk manager kasi maliit pa lang naman talaga yung organization nila. So, number 4, in medium and large organizations, the responsibility is spread among individual managers. So, malaki at maliit na organization naman po ay may kanya-kanya po silang individual managers. Large organizations and organization operating in high-risk environments such as banks, insurance, energy industries, aerospace, industries, transportation have a designated specialist risk manager. So, nag-hire po ang mga gantong klase ng organization sa mga high-risk environments ng mga risk manager, yung specialist kung baga tawagin, alam na nila yung gagawin, paano mag-manage may mga plano sila sa isang organization in case na magkaroon ng risk. Next is number 5, almost always risk management is associated with the role of chief financial officer, as the impact of risk or damage as well as countermeasures can be financially expressed and have an impact on financial planning. So, lagi daw po na risk na merong chief financial officer ang isang ang risk management. Ang trabaho naman po ng Chief Financial Officer ay siya yung kung ano yung madudulot ng risk, siya po yung bahala doon na siya yung bahala na gumawa ng paraan na countermeasures na yung mga gagagastos doon ay pinaplano niya, tapos hanggang sa maayos na po yung 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 impact nung damage na nagdulot sa isang organization po. So next is the operational terminologies. Assets: any real or personal property, tangible or intangible, that a company or individual owns that can be given or assigned a monetary value. Intangible property includes such as goodwill, proprietary information, and related property. For purposes of guideline, people are included as assets. So sa isang kumpanya na dapat nalalaman yung kung anong asset ng bawat isang employee para na rin malinis yung mga records nila, walang nangyayaring anomalya sa isang organization. Ang assets naman po, ito yung mga pag-aari ng mga tao na nahawakan o hindi nahawakan na may halaga. Kagaya na lang for example, mga lupa, mga bahay, mga iba't iba pang bank accounts, mga ganyan. Consequential. Next is consequential. A secondary result ensuing from an action or decision. From an insurance or security standpoint, cost, loss, or damage beyond the market value, asset loss or damage, including other indirect costs. Sa consequential naman po, ang secondary, ito naman po ay nagpo-focus sa kung halimbawa hindi nagtagumpay yung plan A mo, sa plan B, gagawa ka ng plan B. Halimbawa yung product medyo na may mga medyo defect, so ikaw ang gagawa ng paraan kung paano ma-dispose yung isang product na yon. So next is cost benefits analysis, a process in planning related to the decision to commit funds or assets. This is a systematic attempt to measure or analyze the value of all benefits that accrue from a particular expenditure. Usually, this process involves 3 steps. So, ang cost benefits analysis naman po, ito yung pagpaplano kung saan mo gagamitin yung pondo, tapos yung mga asset mo. May 3 siyang steps. Ang una ay identification of all direct and indirect consequence of expenditure. So, sa identification, dapat alam mo kung ano yung direct consequence and indirect. Pag sinabing direct consequence, ito yung effect na magre-resulta na immediate results. Yung kumbaga maggagawa ka ng produkto, alam mo kung alin yung mabibenta agad. Sa indirect naman, hindi naman ito agad yung nagre-resulta ng mga paggastos. Sabi naman, B, assignment of monetary value to all costs and benefits resulting from expenditure. Ito yung pagtatalaga ng mga presyo dun sa paggagastusan mo. At ito magre-result kung ano yung magiging benefits mo doon sa pinagastusan mo. Dapat alam mo rin yun. Sa C naman, discounting expected future costs and revenues accruing from the expenditure to express those costs and revenues in current monetary values. Ito naman yung binabawasan mo yung mga future costs para na rin sa for example nito, yung halimbawa na sweldo ang isang employee, meron silang nakukuha na yung sa funds, yung bawa SSS, mga ganon, para in time na na mag-retire na sila, meron silang makukuha pa rin gaya ng mga pension, mga gano'n. So, next is criticality. The impact of loss event typically calculated as the net cost of the event. Impact can range from fatal resulting in total recapitalization, abandonment, or long-term discontinuance of enterprise or little. So dito naman po, ito sa criticality naman, ito yung mga yung impact ng isang event kapag hindi na manage ng ayos. Pwede siyang mag resulta sa fatal, pwedeng pagkamatay ng isang employee, resulting in total recapitalization, pagkalugi, abandonment or long-term discontinuance naman, pagsasara ng isang organization kapag hindi maayos yung isang organizations. So, events, something that happens at noteworthy happening in the security context. This is usually represented in an occurrence such as security incident, alarm, medical emergency, or related episode experience. Pag sinabi naman natin event from the word itself, ito yung mga pangyayari sa pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay ng isang employee. Reference such as security incident, alarm, yung mga nangyayari, medical emergency, or episode experience. So next is goodwill. The value of business that has been built up through the reputation of business concern its owner. Ito naman yung kung ano yung nabuo na reputasyon ng isang organization, especially dun sa owner. Kaya baga tayo minsan nagkakaroon ng mga suki kasi quality yung quality na, tapos hindi ka pa nagbibenta ng mga mabababang uri ng mga produkto sa customer. Loss event, an occurrence that actually produce a financial loss or negative impact on assets. Examples include security incidents, crime, war, natural hazard, or disaster. Ito naman yung mga pangyayari na hindi mo inaasahan, nabayaran ng crimes, pag-aaway, tapos yung natural disaster, yung mga binagyo, halimbawa ganun. Natural disaster, a natural occurring calamitous event bringing great damage, loss, or destruction, as tornado, hurricanes, earthquake. Yung mga bagyo, tornado, lindol, yun yung natural disaster na pwede maka-apekto din sa kumpanya, kasi pwede masira yung infrastructure nyo ng isang or establishment ng isang organization. Probability, the chance or some cases, the mathematical certainty that given event will occur. The ratio of number outcomes, exhaustive set, equally like outcomes that produce given event, the total number of possible outcomes. Probability naman yung chance na kumita ka, ito yung resulta ng pagmamanage mo. Possible din na magresulta ito, pag magandang pagmamanage mo, possible din na magresulta ito ng maganda. Ang probability, ito yung chance. This is probability. Qualitative, relating to that which is characteristic of something which it make what it is. So ang quality, pag from the word itself, quality, ito yung halimbawa original yung isang product ng organization, ganun, hindi siya imitation. Kaya tinatangkilik, mas maganda ang quality sa lahat ng bagay. Qualitative yun. Quantitative, relating to, concerning, or based on the amount of number something capable being measured to express in numerical terms. Pag sinabi naman quantitative, ito naman nakapokus siya sa dami. Pwedeng sa dami ng produkto na ilalabas nyo, o sa dami ng income o anumang bagay dito sa atin. Pag risk naman, risk, the possibility of loss resulting from threat, security incident. Ito naman yung mga hindi mo inaasang ito naman yung mga possible na mangyari kapag hindi tama yung management sa isang sa isang organization. Magdudulot siya ng kapahamakan. So sabi nga, every human activity is no risk. So, risk analysis, a detailed examination including risk assessment, risk evaluation, and risk management alternative performed to understand the nature and unwanted negative consequence to human life, health, property, or the environment. The analytical process to provide information regarding undesirable events. The process of quantification of probabilities and expected consequences identified. Pag risk analysis naman, ini-examine dito at ini-evaluate yung mga yung mga nasa loob ng risk na nagpapatakbo ng risk management, kung ano yung dapat at hindi dapat na gawin sa isang organization, o ano pa ba yung mga yung makakapag-reduct sa risk, tapos mag-i-eliminate sa mga future factors na risk, o yung mga prevention nandito na rin sa risk analysis, kung paano makakaiwas sa possible risk ang mga employee sa isang organization. Risk assessment, the process of assessing security related risks from internal and external threats to an entity, its asset and personnel. So sa risk assessment naman, ito naman yung kung tinitingnan dito kung safe ba or protected ba yung mga personnel, assets, yung mga pag-ari-ari ng isang kumpanya, kung wala bang anomalya nangyayari, yung mga sabotage, ganun po sa risk assessment. Yun lamang po. Salamat po.